I've lost over 80 pounds eating delicious, high protein, low sugar cookies like this. Today, let me show you how to make these super simple snickerdoodles that are moist, they're delicious. They've got 10 grams of protein, only 2 grams of net carbs, and 156 calories each. I love this cookie dough recipe because you can dump everything in one bowl, so minimal mess, which is always good. We're gonna start with 3/4 of a cup of almond flour, and I like to do 1/4 cup of oat fiber. You can find oat fiber in a lot of natural markets now, or you can just buy it on Amazon. If you don't have it, that's okay. You can just do 1 full cup of almond flour, but oat fiber is amazing in low carb baking because it adds structure without the carbs. Oat fiber is literally 0 carbs, so it bulks up baked goods without affecting your blood sugar. And a lot of high protein desserts can taste really dry and rubbery, so the oat fiber really helps to create a cakey-like texture. And of course, it's high in fiber, which is so important for our gut health. I'm gonna add 2 scoops of vanilla protein powder. You can use whatever protein powder you like. 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, a generous teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1/3 cup of sweetener. I like allulose. It's my favorite for baking, and in general, it's the closest to sugar. And just whisk the dry ingredients together really fast. And now we're gonna add the wet ingredients. 1/3 cup of plain Greek yogurt, 1/4 cup of melted butter. You can also use coconut oil, and a couple of teaspoons of vanilla extract. And I'm going to mix this all together until it forms a dough. Because protein powder absorbs a lot of liquid, usually you're going to have to add some more moisture. So you can see that it's really dry and almost sandy. So I'm going to add a little bit of almond milk in 1 tablespoon increments until it comes together into that cookie dough consistency that we know and love. And for me, it only took about 1 tablespoon of almond milk, but it really depends on the protein powder you use. But you want to end up with this cookie dough-like consistency. Now that my batter is perfect, I'm going to scoop it out onto my parchment-lined baking sheet, and I've got my oven heating to 350. So I'm just going to take about tablespoon-sized scoops of my protein snickerdoodle dough, roll it in a little bit of sweetener that I mixed with cinnamon for that classic snickerdoodle cinnamon sugar topping, and then just flatten it out on my parchment. And then I just take whatever cinnamon sweetener is left over and just sprinkle it on top. And now my high protein snickerdoodle cookies are going to go in the oven at 350 for about 10 to 12 minutes. 11 minutes in the oven, and look at how gorgeous these protein snickerdoodles look. And now this is why I love parchment paper. I'm just going to slide it right onto my cooling rack and let my gorgeous high protein snickerdoodle cookies cool for about 10 to 15 minutes. And there you have it, high protein, low sugar snickerdoodle cookies that are ready in less than 20 minutes. They're cakey, they're doughy, they've got that perfect cinnamon sugar topping.